to MaxCare's Milk Matters. Thanks for joining us again this month. Bit of around the grounds what's been happening or what is happening in the MaxCare world. We've got Adam doing a couple of end of financial year gigs down in the Gippsland area of Victoria this week. So if you are in the area, he's going to be in with the Brown Wig team. Go and visit them, they'd love to see you. We've also got Debs and Fee over in New Zealand at the National Field Days. So if you're heading to Mystery Creek, make sure you drop in at the PGG Wrightson stand and give Debs and Fee a visit. They'd love to see you also. So what's been happening in the markets? There's plenty of movement this time of year with farmgate milk pricing being announced for the dairy industry. If we look at New Zealand initially, a bit of a tough sort of pill to swallow over there with opening forecasts for the coming 12 months being back significantly on last year, probably in line with global market trends, but still a challenging year ahead for our dairy farmers in New Zealand. Also, that's probably coupled with beef prices still being pretty soft. Not a lot of contracts being offered in New Zealand at the moment for spring. We are hoping this will turn around a little bit later in the spring and into autumn. So we're hoping that does come to fruition. From a milk replacer pricing point of view, there has been a bit of movement over the last couple of weeks. What I will say is that we see pricing has bottomed out now. So if you are looking at committing for spring, we think that now's the time to do it. Secure your supply, get it booked in now. So talk to the MaxCare team and get it locked in, because we don't see pricing going any lower than where we are today. If we swap across to Australia, we have seen pricing come off a bit for the farm as a farm gate opening price for the dairy farmers. However, it isn't as much as it could have been due to domestic competition for milk. There will be some adjustment needed by farmers in the coming 12 months, but I think at the end of the day we are in a fortunate position with that domestic competition for milk that our pricing is a bit above that sort of global average. If we look, there's also probably a double-edged sword there as well, in the fact that we've also seen export heifer pricing and beef pricing is still back. So what was a great little profit centre for farmers in the last 12 months and probably a bit further back probably isn't as attractive this year. So a bit of a double whammy for farmers here on that front. If we look at milk replacer pricing, if you're looking at committing for product over sort of June, July, August, we'd recommend locking product in now to secure supply. There's potentially a bit of softening on a couple of different product lines if we look at September onwards. Not significant in the scheme of things, but yeah, if you are looking at pricing for the spring period, it'd be good to have a chat to the MaxCare team about where things are heading. Finally, I just wanted to mention we had our first ever MaxCare Excellence event in New Zealand back in May, where we got 20 of our customers together, calf rearers together, to discuss all things calf rearing over a 2-day period. It was a great couple of days. Just wanted to highlight one of the things we really talked about was how can we make it easier to have a nice clear message every day on farm as to get things right. So we talked about what are 3 things we could do every day. We really focused on consistency, so consistency, and especially if we're looking at feeding, on consistency on what we're feeding, when we're feeding and how we're feeding, just due to the fact that calves love that consistency. We talked about nutrition and making sure we're maximising our nutrition in that pre-weaning phase, so feeding quality ingredients at that time where the calf's feed conversion efficiency is at its highest. So not just looking to meet the maintenance requirements of a calf, making sure we understand the growth rates we need to get the calf to where we want to get them to, and to try and do it as quickly as possible. And the last things we focused on was around hygiene and comfort. So not just the hygiene of the animal and the area that those animals are in the shedding and places like that, but also the hygiene of the people around the animals, so we can minimise the spread of any diseases. Finally, on top of all of that, probably one of the most common discussions was around staff, managing staff, training staff. We all realise this is a challenge, attracting and retaining staff, but also that training piece. So we talked a lot around different ways we can communicate with our staff, and it really came out that engaging your staff in what we're trying to achieve is really important, ensuring that everyone's on the same page, heading towards a common goal, and making sure the expectations are really clear. So there's just some things you can work on in your business to try and help you out day to day. That's pretty much it from us. We'd love to hear from you. If you've got any queries, please get in touch with the MaxCare team. Otherwise, we wish you all the best for the next couple of months, and we hope to see you soon.